Welcome to the Full Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording. It's 3:43 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is February 27th. Well, it's certainly a risk-off environment, and I'm kicking off today looking at the Fangman relative to the total market cap of the NYSE ratio. I created this ratio several years ago, and the only reason I created it was to depict the strong performance of the mega caps relative to everything else. But also, it was a pretty simple conclusion that this bull trend would not end until we saw a meaningful breakdown in the performance of those mega caps compared to everything else. And it really looked like that was starting to come to fruition back in 2022. The tech sector pulled back exceptionally violently. It really did look like we were seeing the end of the phenomenal valuations that had been attached to these companies in the aftermath and during the pandemic, and that they couldn't possibly keep up with their sales forecasts. Then AI arrived, and everybody doubled down. The low that came in at the beginning of 2023 was meaningful. Companies like Meta had pulled back exceptionally violently. Salesforce had come down very violently, and then everybody saw the wonderful prototypes for AI that were being released, and the natural language models impressed everyone, and then we had this huge advance. And this is only 8 companies. And at the low in early 2023, they represented about 16% of the total index. And by the time this ratio peaked in December of this year, they represented nearly 30%. So it's not quite a double relative to the total market cap, but it's really not far off it either. And now we're seeing some of that coming off. So Nvidia's earnings were yesterday, and it's not like they weren't good. They were good. The company made around $40 billion in a quarter, and I think on the face of it, that's pretty impressive. But unfortunately, the growth rate is not keeping up with expectations. The really go-go years were 2023 and 2024, and that's very clearly depicted here on this ratio. And when you're growing at 100% and then it's 90% and then it drops to 50%, well, that's a major deceleration. The big challenge here is that we're running into the law of big numbers. And if you're going to be making 40